What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we will be ranking every NBA team currently based on how they're playing. It's currently March 10th, and I'm going to be ranking them how they're playing right now, not how they will be playing in like 2 weeks or how they played 2 weeks ago. As of today, where I think they currently stand, it's not going to be based on where they are in the standings. It's going to be based on like how good they actually are playing right now. So without any further ado, let's get on to the video. So you see here we have S tier, we have A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. S tier is going to be the best teams. D tier is the worst team. Let's get it going with the Hawks. Right now, the Hawks, they have been underachieving since last season's run to the Eastern Conference Finals. As of right now, I'd put the Hawks in the C tier. They're a little bit below average right now. Now, they could make a run if they make the playoffs, but as of right now, I'm going to put them in C tier. The Celtics have been playing good basketball recently. After their slow start to the season, they've really got it together. They're playing really good basketball. I'm putting them A tier right now. Brooklyn, they've been kind of disappointing. Although they've been injured, Kyrie hasn't been playing in all their games this season. KD, but when they all play, Brooklyn, even though they're 10th seed right now, I'd still put them in the A tier. They're still playing really good. Still a good team. Yeah. The Bulls have been playing really good this year. When they signed DeRozan in the offseason, there wasn't much talk around it, but I knew the Bulls would be good. They're playing good basketball right now. I'm going to put them in the A tier as well. The Clippers. The Clippers aren't playing terrible basketball. Even though they've been without Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, they still stayed afloat. I think they're probably I don't know what they are in the West. They're probably like 8 through 10, somewhere in there. Right now, they're playing better than the Hawks, so that's going to be our first B-tier team. The Hornets playing good this season, first-time All-Star. They just got Montrezl Harrell. Their young team, Miles Bridges, is playing really good right now. He could have been an All-Star, some would say. But I'm going to put the Hornets in the B-tier. The Cavaliers, they got off to a really strong start to the season, but since then, they've really been like an average team. So for that reason, I could put them in A or B, but as they're playing right now, this is tough. This is really tough. I'm going to have to put the Cavs. I'll put them up here with the Bulls, the Nets, and the Celtics. They're playing good. They're playing really good basketball. The Nuggets, when they get Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. back, they're going to be a team that can really make a deep run in the playoffs. I think the Nuggets right now, you guys might be disappointed with me in doing this, but right now, I just don't think they're on the same level as these teams right now. I'm going to put them in B tier. I can't do that. They got Jokic. They got the reigning MVP, so I'm going to have to put them in A tier here. Rockets. I mean, they're a good young team, but they're just not good. The Lakers. Okay, so right now they're not playing good basketball. I'm going to put them here right now. But I'm telling you, if LeBron and Russ and AD get into the playoffs, you can't count them out. No matter if they're the 8th seed, if the Lakers get into the playoffs, they can make a really deep run. If the Lakers get going with 15 games left like we are right now, they get into the play-in, they make the playoffs. It doesn't matter what seed they are. LeBron will find a way. He'll do something. But right now, they're not playing good. So I'm going to have them there. But I think they can make a run in the playoffs if they get in there. The Bucks, even though I'm a Heat fan, this hurts to say. But right now, the Bucks are playing great basketball. They just beat the Heat recently. The refs threw that game. The Heat had that game, and the refs just let it go for us. We had it. The refs made some bad calls down the stretch. But the Bucks are still playing good basketball. Like Giannis, top 3 MVP candidate right now, even though I think it's Joel Embiid. I think Embiid's the leading candidate for MVP right now. But Bucks, S tier. Heat, what do I got to say, man? Miami Heat, S tier. Best team in the league right now. We got everything you need in a team. We got depth. We can go like 13, 14, 15 players deep with Yurtseven and Kyle Guy off the bench. We got shooters in Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, Tyler Hero. We got playmakers in Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Bam, Kyle Lowry. We got defense and PJ Tucker, Butler, and Bam. We got everything you need. We got a bench. We got Oladipo who just came back. We got shooters. We got playmakers. We got guys who can get their shots in Jimmy and Tyler. We have everything you need. We have the best coach in the NBA, Coach of the Year, Eric Spoelstra. And then we got Pat Riley. What more else do you need? This is a championship team. The Mavericks have Luka Doncic. They're going in B tier. They've been playing good basketball. Pelicans, I just don't know what to say. Pelicans are not playing good basketball. D tier. The Knicks, D tier. I don't really got anything to say. They're not living up to their expectations from last season. OKC, I'm sorry. They have some potential, but they're D tier. The Magic, D tier. Blazers, they're not, I mean, I can't, because they've been playing without Dame. But Anthony Simons has really been playing good. He's been keeping them, he's given them a chance to get into the play-in tournament. So that's why I'm going to put the Blazers in C tier, because Anthony Simons has been playing really well. Pacers, they just got Halliburton a couple weeks ago from the trade. They got some guys. They got some players that can score. They got Miles Turner who can block shots for you. I'm going to put them C tier, though. They're just not on the level as these teams right now. That's my opinion. So, Pistons, what more do I have to say down here? The Kings, okay. You guys might disagree with me. I think the Kings are one of the most underrated teams in the league. They got De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, who can be one of the most underrated duos. You got a guy that can get you rebounds offensively and defensively. He can get you buckets. And then you got De'Aaron Fox, who averages like 25 a game, I think. One of the fastest players in the league, can shoot the ball, can play make, can get to the rim. I honestly think they're not D tier. I think they deserve to be in the C tier. So that's where they're going for me, C tier. Phoenix is just a really, really good team. Second best team in the league right now besides the Miami Heat. They just came off a finals run. That team is very, very deep. They can go very deep into their bench. They got shooters. They got defensive players in Jay Crowder, Mikal Bridges. They got DeAndre Ayton who can get you rebounds, score the ball. You got a playmaker in Chris Paul. You got Devin Booker who can get his own shot whenever he needs to. There's not much more to say. Phoenix goes up there. The Spurs are just an average team. They're a little below average. Without DeRozan, they don't really have that guy. Besides, DeJounte Murray is really good, but he's not a DeRozan. So I'm going to put them here. They just really haven't been playing that good of basketball. They're not on the same level as these teams. 76ers, they just acquired Harden. Harden and Embiid is a scary duo. They're going in S tier. Harden and Embiid, like, that's just such an unstoppable duo, especially when you have an X factor like Tobias Harris, who, like, a lot of teams are going to forget about when you're guarding Embiid and Harden. Harden or Embiid, they can get their own shot whenever they want. They got shooters. They got defensive specialists and Matisse Thybulle. Tobias Harris can defend. They got Tyrese Maxey. Man. He is that guy. Tyrese Maxey is a nasty player, dude. He can score the ball really, really well. That's who everyone's forgetting about, I feel like, on the Sixers. All the talk's been about Harden and Embiid, but everyone's forgetting about Tyrese Maxey. He is a baller, man. He can get his own shot. He can shoot the ball. The Raptors, I'm going to put them in B tier. Don't got much to say about them except Fred VanVleet's playing amazing this season. The Jazz, honestly, they haven't been all that, I don't think. You guys may disagree with me, but I'm going to put them in the average tier. They're a little overrated in my opinion. Donovan Mitchell's a stud. He can get his baskets whenever he wants. But I don't think they're on the same tier as these teams right now. The Jazz are an average team, in my opinion. You guys might disagree with me. Okay, so this one I know I'm going to get hate for. So the Warriors. When the Warriors get going, they're in the S tier, right? But right now, they have been in a little bit of a slump. They just lost to the Lakers, and the Lakers aren't playing their best basketball right now. But that's not saying they're a bad team, because they have LeBron, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis. I'm put the Warriors in A tier. Here's why. Because of what I just said. They're in a slump. And it's how they're playing right now. Now, if this was how best they can be when they're healthy, the Warriors would be up here. Draymond Green's been out. He's one. I mean that just shows how important Draymond Green is to this team. Still got like top 5 MVP candidates: Steph Curry, Klay Thompson returned. They got Jordan Poole, James Wiseman's coming back. But right now, keep them in the A tier. The Wizards they started off really good. And then Bradley Beal got hurt, and they just haven't been playing good. I'm going to have to put them in C tier. The Grizzlies are playing really, really good basketball. I'm going to put them up here, man. You guys might call me crazy, but Ja Morant is phenomenal. He's going to be an MVP one day. The Grizzlies have the second best record in the West. They're just a good team. They play well together. Ja Morant, he leads that team. I think that team's really good. This team can make a deep playoff run. So I think they're top tier. The Timberwolves, average team. They're not A, they're not C, they're just in the middle there. They're They got guys that are they got some scorers. They got Cat, Anthony Edwards. They got D'Angelo Russell who can get his buckets. But I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna keep them in B tier. So you guys let me know, what do you think of this list? Some of you may think it's controversial. I think it's a pretty good list. Let me know what you would change down below. Let me know who you think the best team in the league is, who's the worst team in the league. And send me your pictures of your tier list. I want to know what you guys say. And until next time, peace out.